Hello there. I was wondering when you might arrive. I am Winathian the Wizard, and I'm responsible for calling you here. Darkness has fallen upon our world. Vile creatures have... Good. I've given you access to two... Well done. Once you have placed your first tower, enemies will begin their advance. A red cloud flowing across the ground will show you the path the enemy will take. You must defeat enemies before they reach the end, or lives will be lost. The king has offered to volunteer a few knights whom we can practice on, and it appears our volunteers are beginning to arrive now. I wonder how many knights the king was able to... Oh dear, those aren't knights. They appear to be regular village folk. Perhaps I should have mentioned to the king that we'd be using the volunteers for target. Notice that the blue energy shown in the top left of your view goes up every time you eliminate an enemy. You can use this energy to build more towers, which you will need to defeat stronger enemies. Once you have enough resources, try building another tower. As you place towers in various locations around the field, you will notice that sometimes a tower will block the path of the enemy, forcing them to walk around it. You should use this to your advantage when possible. The arrow tower was designed by the elves. It can attack flying creatures and is strong against units with low armor. The cannon tower, on the other hand, was created by the dwarves. It cannot attack flying beasts, but it excels at damaging heavily armored units, and its damage will often splash to enemies near the primary target. Should you change your mind about a tower, you can choose to destroy it by selecting it and pressing the sell button. Some of the energy used in constructing it will be returned to you. Many years ago, during my training, I discovered the art of speeding up time. You may not have noticed, but when you arrived, I passed this ability on to you. Select the fast forward button on the upper right if you would like to increase the speed of the action. I cannot believe how well you're doing. You haven't let a single volunteer through. It's almost as though you've done this before. Once your training is complete, we shall need to travel to the other lands of this world. The elven, dwarven, and gnomish lands are all under heavy attack and will need your help. It appears we are running short on knights, so I suspect the upcoming wave will be the final part of your lesson. Once it's done, we can move on to... Great heavens! Creatures are coming from the west! Never did I expect them to reach the human lands here. I can't imagine the destruction that must be going on elsewhere. I'm afraid I must step away for a few moments and speak with the king. I know your training isn't complete, but there is a reason why you were chosen for this task. I have unlocked the gnomish laser tower. You may find it of use. Do your best to stop the creatures before they reach the castle. Good luck!
Is that wizard gone? He scares me some.
I don't see him. Hey, who's that?
You must be that hero everyone's been talking about.
Does that mean you're the one making them towers that are shooting at us?
Those arrows hurt, you know.
Yeah, I thought they were supposed to be plastic arrows. One of them got me right in the jewels.
Well, let's stay here for a bit, so we're safe from let's stay here and protect the hero.
Yeah, protecting the hero we are. All them other knights are running and hiding, but not us. We're the brave defenders of Valdemir Castle.
So how come the hero isn't upgrading any of the towers?
That's a good question. Maybe the hero doesn't know how.
Doesn't know how? What kind of hero doesn't know how to upgrade a tower?
Well, rumor is, the wizard's been teaching real slow.
We could teach the hero.
The wizard might be mad.
The wizard's not here. He won't know it was us. For as the wizard will.
I see some red spiders and worms approaching.
Are there green ones too? Maybe they're just here for Christmas.
Are you daft? We just had Christmas.
Oh, right.
Careful, hero. Them red creatures are mighty fast.
Maybe they're moving fast because they know they're late for Christmas.
I already told you. Never mind. Kill him fast, hero. Don't let him get into the castle. Hey, how did that sword over there end up in that stone?
What stone?
The big one, in the middle.
I'm pretty sure it's just an old statue it is.
I bet it's worth a lot of gold.
Yeah, aye. Come to think of it, if some kid were to play around...
Hey, you let one through.
Maybe they'll just eat the wizard.
That's true. Or maybe he'll eat my wife.
The wizard? Is your wife?
No, you numbskull. I meant instead of the wizard.
Your wife looks like a man. Maybe she is the wizard.
She ain't the wizard. I think I would know.
Maybe she cast a spell on you.
Actually, that would explain all the pointy hats.
So when do you think we should...
Quiet. Someone's coming.
What are you two doing here? Bothering the hero? Can't you see the hero is busy?
We're sorry, Mr. Wizard. We didn't mean no harm.
Foolish knights, off with you. Report back to the king at once.
Yes, Mr. Wizard. As you say. We'll go right now, promise. Your wife is really bossy.
I already told you, the wizard ain't my wife.
I'm afraid news from the west is grim. It seems we vastly underestimated our current plight. Massive creatures suddenly arrived in full force, and the magic that protected the wizard realm was easily overcome. Attacks against the other realms have increased tenfold, and have begun spilling into the human lands. It's fortunate that you were here to hold the enemy off. As we speak, the knights should be fortifying the castle. If we can hold out a bit longer, they'll be able to take over and keep the human lands from being overrun. That sound! It can only be... Yes, I can see it approaching from the west now. This creature is known as a minion. Not alive, yet not quite dead, with a strength and speed that is always hard to predict. I only see one, which is fortunate for us, as they can be quite strong. Watch it carefully as it progresses. Do not let it reach the end, or I'm sure many lives will be lost. Excellent work! You held the castle! Seeing you in action brings me hope. Unfortunately, I must return to the wizard realm and help to restore the magical barrier there, so I will not be able to accompany you on the first leg of your journey. Before I go, I was hoping to save the wizard tower for the end of your training, but I'll pass the knowledge on to you now. The rest is up to you. Aid the other realms in pushing the enemy back. Head to the Wood Elf realm and find their leader.